APC, President Tinubu, have always said there is no agenda, no notion of trying to turn Nigeria into a one-party state. He has said, and the party has said, that we welcome the opposition. But of course, they're not going to do their homework for them. Let them go ahead and let them do what they need to do, and we have regulatory bodies. And so, well, those ones are taking them up on their challenge.
For me, I take politicians' words, with a pinch of salt.
With a pinch of salt.
Even though the president will say, "Oh, we are not opposed to having opposition," but somehow every president in Nigeria over time that we have seen subtly find a way to either have mole in the opposition or find a way to ensure that the opposition is not formidable. So the president can say all he wants, so we are not averse to having opposition. But if he has the power to be the sole candidate, I know he would want to do that. That's the lifestyle of politicians in Nigeria. And so certainly this also should not act as an encourager to the opposition to go to sleep, to say, no, the president has said he's not averse. And so because of that, we should just go to sleep and say they won't have they won't try to scuttle every move or every attempt by the party. But that said, I never believe that, for a determined politician, that a government can turn the state, especially for Nigeria, where you have, multi-party system, that the government can turn the state into a one-party state. The idea of a one-party state, when people talk about one-party state, when you are unable to put yourself together, to bring yourself together to form, a formidable association, or when governors leave their party and move into a ruling party, what you call the ruling party syndrome. The ruling party would always want, to pull, people. Then you can't accuse the government of creating a one-party state, because the people who are being wooed to join the ruling party are joining that ruling party for either selfish reasons or for reasons best known to them. So you can't blame the people who are giving them that platform to say, come and join us. You also blame those opposition leaders who are unable to put themselves together. And that's why I say kudos to the ADC for being able to pull this one. Even if at the end of the day they don't win the election, we need a formidable opposition to look the government in the face and say, this one, you're not doing it well. That one, this you can do it better. That way also. Because Nigerians, who ordinarily are the ones in opposition, are not able to bring themselves, to galvanize themselves to come together. So they need a voice in form of an opposition, no matter how selfish, that will be able to, put the government on its toes. Because otherwise, the government can run riots. And some of us whose voice, they just don't mind those people, they are noisemakers. After all, they won't contest for election. But when they know that somebody, who is also a politician, who knows what you know, would come and maybe join another political party, no matter the enticement, to say, I want to give you a run for your money. They are also scared, because it is not just about the presidency. Some other members, you only can rig election where you are popular. There are members who are contesting for House of Assembly, who are contesting for Senate, who are contesting for councillorship, or even House of Rep, who will be threatened also by membership of the ruling party because they are not popular in those areas. So that's where I think that the opposition should now begin to look at and find a way to woo people with their plans and programs, with alternative, and to ensure that they have a robust mechanism. Gone are the days of a messianic posture of Buhari that you could sell with by just simply saying the man is anti-corrupt. There is no such politician in Nigeria today that you can.
That whole notion didn't get us very far, did it?
And it didn't get us anywhere. And then the 20...
I beg your pardon, because there's a call on the line. Oseni in Jos, good morning to you.
Good morning, Okoyori.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for calling in.
And good morning to Barrister.
He can hear you.
Thank you.
Yes, Okoyori. You see what the barrister is saying about, yes, our leadership in Nigeria over time have not become, in fact, don't want anything opposition. We have been climbing down on opposition parties. If they really a ruling party don't want to see an opposition growing up or to give it an opposition or to give, in fact, even if it's a constructive, let's say, challenges or criticism. Our leaders want to emerge, they want to rule the country the way they want. They don't want anything opposition, be it from party or from anybody. And that is why you see the country is being ruled the way it is. We know that we are not practicing one-party system. That is why we have different parties. Sometimes you see about 10, 20, 30 parties being registered by INEC. Well, then you ask yourself, what is the mandate? What is the duty of those parties? Of course, after election, is for them to be able to challenge the government to make sure that the government insists that she should be able to deliver the mandate to the people. But our own case is a different. And let me tell you, let me be honest to you, Uncle Roldi.
Okay.
Why this thing is going is that we have never had it this way. The way the other opposition parties have been trying to scandalize, trouble in their system, the way we have it under this administration.
Oh, okay. Okay. I get you. Thank you very much for calling in, Mr. Hussaini.
That's not true.
Well, they know that they can have their say.
I completely agree with Mr. Hussaini that every government, even at the state or local government level, do not want opposition.
They don't love them.
No.
No. It's not that they don't want them, but they don't love them.
No, they don't want it.
But they know that.
Yes, it's our nature, even in Nigeria. Okay. In university, for example.
You don't want critical opposition.
Nobody wants critical opposition. In our universities, for example, unlike other places where ideas are supposed to be interrogated, but you find that our university system is to create, pump those ideas and take it, and then you are examining on those. Okay. You dare not tell your lecturer, for example, that I have a contrary opinion to this opinion that you are pushing.
Let us examine that position more critically.
In some cases, you are a commissioner in a state executive, and then a governor is talking and you say, sir, I have a contrary view to your opinion. He will ask you, they brought you here to chop, not to come and have a contrary view. Or you are a lawyer, for example. You are telling a client who is rich that, look, this approach is wrong. He will tell you, if you know it better, you would have been a rich man. And not, you would be sitting on this side of the table. So generally... By
the way, does it work like that in the NBA too?
Yes, it does.
Even in the NBA?
Everywhere.
Where you people are supposed to be the real apostles of democracy.
And that's why you find that most times lawyers would have, the opinions are
they're all over the place.
Most especially if it's coming from a senior. He would tell you, I've been practicing law for, you
were in elementary school at the time.
And that's why most times we attack the messenger and leave the message.
Okay.
Because so when it now comes to political power, we only see it from the realm of politics and say, they don't want opposition. It's our nature. And so, but you find that every government, I just gave you an instance when the APC was at their formation stage. DSS raided their office in Okpebi, you remember, that they were cloning ID cards. All of these were attempts to ensure that the opposition is destabilized. So those people, the president inclusive, who shouted foul at that time, is in power today. And they are using the same tactics to handle the opposition also, because it is our nature naturally.
But you